Right, okay guys, welcome to Hilly Stream for Wednesday night as we start our journey on F2. We're doing the F2 mini-series. Still waiting for quite a few drivers to get in. So, just bear with us. We're at Silverstone for the first one. And if you can see in your bottom left of your screen, you got it's one-shot qualifying, sprint race, which is 11 laps, and then a 50% feature race, which is 15 laps. Being F2, obviously, it's shorter than an F1 race. So there we go. And as I said, we're just waiting for a few more. Just typing a message a second in the Wednesday chat, so just bear with me.
Check blood sugar. Craig, here is your reminder. Check blood sugar.
Right, okay, the shout out's gone out. Let me get the stream back up. I will just give a heads up that I won't be doing a prediction tonight, and that is solely because I just don't. It's F2. I don't know anybody's pace. I don't know anything about it, quite frankly. So I'm learning just as much as everybody else. So I don't want to distract myself doing a prediction and all sorts of other things. So evening Ramsdell, thanks for joining, mate, and to anybody else who's already joined as well. We are several drivers down on what we were expecting tonight. We did initially have 19 signed up, so it was very good initial reaction. We had a couple of pullouts, but and unfortunately one driver has managed to break his finger, so he isn't able to race, unfortunately, as he's in a cast. So yeah, I don't know his finger, it might be wrist actually, I'm not sure. Whatever it is, he's in a cast in a way and is unable to race, so we've lost him, unfortunately. Um, I'm not sure why people aren't readying up. I've put out a ready up message, so let's go. So hopefully, at some point, people will realise that we are just waiting to go. Go, drivers, go. 50% of you need to press ready up. Need one more, and then it start counting down. Now Sniper said it as well, but we still need another person. Ready up. Never known a lobby need tell him 3 times to ready up. Right, okay then. Here we go. So one shot qualifying, guys. Whoever we're on is who we're going to watch, because if I try and change driver, it fades in and out. So it should be pretty much straight away. Don't think there's any. Yes, Viper, it is one shot quality. One shot quality. Mainly because in F2, you can do a 30-minute qualifying, but you only get one set of tyres for the whole 30 minutes, so it's pretty pointless. That would be horrendously boring, I'm not going to lie, for you guys driving. Not as much you guys driving, but for us watching especially, that would be horrendously boring. So, we are on then with Oliver Witterston, who's racing his first race in WAOF1, so, well, WAOF2 tonight. Everybody's racing their first race in WAOF2. Name game itself, I'm not going to lie. So as you can see, Silverstone onto a small straight there, and I'll get some details up so you can see the map and that. Heading up to the end of Sector 1, we are 31.3 and currently sat in about 7th place. Very, very tight. Everybody is locked on setup, guys. They have to use the balanced setup. Okay, so there is no difference in setups. Hey Paella, welcome. So everybody's using the same thing. The only time that they will be able to change that is when they make a pit stop. So they will be able to change things that they can change on the MFD, multifunctional display. So that is brake bias, front wing angle, and what's the other thing? It's differential, isn't it? So they're the only things they'll be able to change. Front wing will only change when they make a pit stop. So there you have it. The fast right-hander still sitting in around about 7th place at the moment as we head into the stadium part. And bad coming out of there. So Viper fastest 139.454. I think we were P7 with Oliver. Yes, we were. So Oliver with Stone P7. We'll also go through. Now, any drivers listening, don't forget, so there's a 2-minute break, okay? Basically, guys, do not press the button. James is running a lobby. He will press it when it's time, okay? That is the easiest way to do it. So, Viper will be on pole for the sprint. Sniper Oh, actually, I'm not going to say this because I think it all changes round. So, Viper was fastest, Sniper P2, Ramon P3, James P4, Ransdell 5, Mamo 6, Oliver 7, Greza 8, Operator in 9, Mirage 10, Cumulonimbus in P11, Gupta 12, Markey 13. Quickly go race director. Did anybody have any problems? There was a few exceeded. So Markey, Gupta, Cumulo, and Mirage all exceeded track limits and invalidated their times. So let's say we've got a couple of minutes. James will hit the button when it's time to do so. I'll share the stream again, just one other place I forgot. Because it's Wednesday, of course, I could share in PRF1. There we go. Excellent, so just waiting. James, there's not a lot they've got to change for the sprint, so... And obviously after the sprint we'll take the usual 5-minute break to give the drivers a little bit of a rest before going into the 15-lap feature race. I will be honest, setting this, I didn't realise a 50% feature race was only 15 laps. Perhaps if I'd have realised that, we might have just done a one-shot qualifying and full feature race. Sniper just telling me we're going at 8:11, so not long. But yeah, unfortunately we've got a few people missing. Few let me know, but there is a few missing that didn't let us know. So obviously we'll be hitting those up after, saying why weren't you there? Took full-time seats, so. Still 13 to go on with for the first race in F2. It's still more than I thought we'd get, so I'm still quite pleased with that, really. And I think actually overall full time signed up, I think we got 20. We did have 21, but unfortunately Massey has had to pull out. So I think we dropped to 20 as it stands signed up. Because obviously F2, if you didn't know, guys, you can have 22 drivers in F2. Rather than 20. So there goes the message from Sniper. It's 11 minutes past 8. Let's go. Good luck. Have fun. And don't forget the 5-minute break after the sprint race. So, I don't know what to expect. I'm sure you guys don't know what to expect. Oh god, I'm out of my element, says Mirage. I think everybody is, in all fairness, Mirage. Just do your best. That's all you can do. So, if you're wondering why the names are a little bit strange at the start, top as we go on the formation lap. So what happens in F2, so this is really strange. I've never watched an F2 race, okay, so this really is strange to me. Basically, wherever they qualify in the qualifying session, the top 10 switch around. So 10th place starts pole, 9th place starts second, blah blah blah, through for the sprint race, but then it will reverse back for the main feature race, okay? So we've got Mirage starting on pole for the sprint, Operator starting P2, Greza 3, Whittleston 4, Mamo 5, Ransdell 6, James 7, Ramon in 8th, Sniper Monkey P9, Viper in 10, who of course took pole position, but so will be pole for the feature race. Cumulo, Nimbus, Lil Gupta and Markey stay exactly where they were, 11, 12 and 13, and they'll be in the same positions for the feature as well. So there we go. Everybody on the hard tyre for the sprint. So I think we all know that Silverstone's quite hard on tyres, always has been. And I did have the opportunity to see a bit of tyre wear from one of the drivers that showed me a screenshot earlier on, and it was really high. guys. After like 4 laps, he was on 30 odd percent. He wasn't using the hards, but it tells us that is why they are using the hard tyre in the sprint to be able to complete 11 laps. Obviously, in the feature race, they've got to take a pit stop in the feature race, guys. So you can expect probably like lap 8, lap 6, well, anywhere from lap 6, 5 through to 9, I would say, pit stops in the feature race. But for the sprint race, you'd expect them all to do the one stint. So starting here at Silverstone, it's great for racing. It's a great spectacle to show off the F2 cars and let the guys get to grips. The track throws up all the different possible challenges, really, apart from maybe a hairpin. I think that's probably the only thing that's missing, although saying that, the second turn in sector 2, the right-hander there, I've forgotten what it's called, but that's pretty similar to a hairpin in all fairness. So there we go as they begin lining up on the grid. I hope they find it as much fun as the guys have been looking forward to this all week, as have I. So let's hope it's as much fun as we think it's going to be. So here we go, the lights begin coming on. 3, 4, 5 lights are on, out they go, and away we go to kick off the F2 mini series. And look at Oliver Whittleston, what a start! Straight up to P3, he's got the inside for turn 1, but Greza can hold him off. Almost runs off track there, Greza, but just about holds it in place. We've got a Red Bull, well, they're not Red Bulls, but it says Red Bull on the side. This operator, unfortunately, has run wide. He's dropped to the back. I can't see any obvious signs of damage on there. Let's get further up. We've got a few midfield battles going on. Cumulo was up to P10, he's just got into P9, he's MP Racing tonight. Reserving for MP Racing, so thank you for doing that, Cumulo. Very different sound to a Formula 1 car, isn't it? So we've got these guys here going side by side, heading up to Cops. So Ramon on the inside, Viper up to P7 now. Just get some position changes for this early part. So everybody gaining positions in the top 11, apart from Mirage, of course, who started first and is still first. Looks like Perez's just got a little bit of a time glitch going on, so that should reset itself when he crosses the line. There shouldn't be any issues there. But we've got a battle here for P2. Oliver Woodstone going to the outside of Greza. Couldn't quite get fully alongside. And Mirage still leads the way. Battle's going on here. I think this is Cumulo. I think there might have been a little bit of contact with Cumulo and Sniper. But they've both gotten out okay, so everything's fine. Still a few timing glitches going on, but again, they should just reset themselves, guys. It should be fine. We shouldn't have any issues there. Greza to the inside. Mirage looking to come back. Greza closes the door on that occasion, perfectly allowed to do so. And Mirage having a little bit of trouble getting on the power as Oliver tries to get past. Mirage is just able to squeeze a little bit more out of the car on the way down the straight. So Greza nicely into the lead. It looks like Oliver's going to get Mirage. He's got Ramon now on the inside as well. For DAMS Dams. And his teammate. On board, of course, with Mirage, who's Campos Racing. I do my best with the team names, guys, but I'll be honest, I couldn't. Unfortunately, I couldn't have told you any of them, so from Ramsdale's point of view at the moment, as you can see, he's got Viper all over the back. In fact, Viper's having a little look, I think. So, no ERS, by the way, in F2. So, here is side-by-side battle, Ollie and Ramon. Ramon gets up the inside. Greza pulling away at the moment. He's out of the sort of slipstream range. But he's now got Ramon up to P2. who we know, certainly in the F1 cars, is very, very quick. So, no doubt whatsoever, he'd be very quick in these cars as well. So, Ramon up 6 places at the moment. Cumulo making a move there on Ransdell. He throws it up to the inside. He just gets boxed off a little bit there by James. Not purposely. Nothing James could do. They're teammates actually tonight. So James wouldn't have done that deliberately. But it's just, obviously he was taking the corner. Again, side by side. It's Viper and Ransdell. Ransdell looks like he's come out on top now. And Viper coming under a little bit of attack from Sniper. Sniper in turn again coming under a bit of attack from Lil Gutter. So, as you can see, really close racing at the moment. It's hard to know exactly where to look, guys, because we could have an overtake from anywhere, quite frankly, at the moment. Operator down at the back, absolutely holding on to Mamo at the moment, so this could be a potential. See any damage on either car, so we've just fallen off the back of the group a little bit. Oh, we've got a yellow flag. I think James is round. Cumulo's dropped as well. Did the teammates make contact? The 2 MP Racing guys. They've both lost positions, although Cumulo was just behind James, so if James lost it, Cumulo may have got caught up in it. It may not have actually been a contact, but we'll never know. Well, I'll know later on, so I'll ask in Discord. But so through goes Gupta on Sniper Monkeys up to P7. As our operator picks up 3 seconds, we got a move going on just ahead of us. I probably should have stayed with Gupta because we've got a good view of it from here. Viper getting ahead of Ransdell for P5. And there we have it. Move completed. Marky getting exceptionally close to the back of Sniper there. So, as I said earlier on, no ERS, but they do have DRS. We've got it at the moment. So again, we can see a move going on just ahead of us. To try and get past Ransdell. He's just edged ahead with his car. Can he hold it around the outside? A tiny, tiny little bit of contact. Nothing really to write home about. Oh, but what Sniper done? He's at the back of Ransdell and gone into the pit wall, and he has lost his right. Well, it's a bit more than the end plate he's lost, actually. It's quite bad damage to the right side of the front wing, but yeah, certainly the right end plate gone. Will be effectively end of sprint for Sniper, I'm afraid, because there's no recovering from that one. Pit stop around here to replace the front wing is going to cost you nigh on 30 seconds, so in fact it's probably a bit more than 30 seconds, it's probably more 32. So, at the moment, Greza leads by just over a second to Ramon. Ramon trying to just gradually eat in, but he's got Ollie Whittleston all over the back of him in DRS range. Opens that up, look. Rear wing is open. Trying to pick up the slipstream at the same time. I wonder if Sniper will take the option to pit though, and not. Hopefully, doesn't retire out. The reason being is that he could make some changes now. That he, to test his car, because in the race they will be making changes during the pit stops. So he could do that now as a little bit of a practice. So I would suggest doing that. As Viper sets fastest lap of the race, which on lap 5 is pretty impressive because the tyres must be feeling it. I guess first times in the F2 cars though, they maybe still get into grips a little bit. First time Viper's really had open air to drive into. Mirage just caught the sausage curb a little bit there. A little bit slow getting on the power, so Guts has just made up a little bit of room. Here comes Guts then. To the inside as we head towards Cops. 4th gear for Cops in an F2 car, look at that. How different is that? Into Maggots and Beckett's, but a nice move from Gupta. Oh, Grezas picks up a 3-second time penalty. Perhaps handing victory to Ramon, who has caught onto the back of Greza. Presumably Greza's probably made a little mistake, which is why Ramon's got onto the back of him and why he's picked up a pen. Can Ramon get past on track? Does he need to get past? Not really. But racing drivers, of course, he wants to get past. See if I can spot any other battles at the moment. There is a little bit of a group here as Ramon does make the move. Sorry guys, I wasn't expecting him to make it there. I thought it would be on the main straight. He makes the move into the left-hander then. And through to P1 goes Ramon. Reza now will follow him. See if he can maybe come back at him. Obviously, Reza wouldn't sort of be giving up on the position because ultimately he doesn't know how many warnings Ramon might have. He might be on a final warning himself. So rear wing open, looking to pick up a bit slipstream. Let's just go to Viper, he's very close to Ollie. Again, teammates, so at the moment, very good positions held for Ollie and Viper. Same as Greza and Gupta as well in P2 and P5. Brand still getting ahead of Mirage. Mirage having all sorts of problems there. Maybe a bit of dirty air causing that, but that's going to give Markey an incentive. Viper is making a move on Ollie. Teammates doesn't mean you can't battle. There's still are drivers to go for. Viper wants that position. Heading to Gops. Team manager. It's going to be head in hands right now. Almost looks like Ollie says, no, okay, I won't. I won't try and stay side by side with you through cops. You have it and I'll have the DRS on the straight. Alfred just picks up 3 seconds. Stoker's still only 8 seconds off the back, so he's obviously not pitted for whatever reason. He's decided to stay out. Right, so Ollie not coming back at Viper on that occasion. There might be 1 or 2 drivers looking to just hold into DRS range now, ready maybe for final lap attempts. Viper getting very close to the back of Greza. It does, Paella. It does look hard. They've had to really adapt. I mean, obviously, the corner we're coming up to, cops, you'd be 7th gear through cops in an F1 car. So, big adaptations getting close there, Viper and Greza, but Viper does get a move done, so up to P2 for him. As at the moment, that penalty would only drop him down below Gupta, so P5 is what Greza's looking at in a moment. So, shame for him to pick up that penalty. But still on for a very good sprint race. And the Mamo's called onto the back of Cumulonimbus. Ooh, just catches a bit of sausage curve on the inside there. Completely destroys his exit. In fact, it's even allowed James Look to get onto the back. And, oh, Gupta and Ollie. I thought Gupta was dropping there for a second, but side by side, a little bit of contact between the two of them. Ollie holds Gupta off on this occasion. Both have got DRS. James picks up 3 seconds on the penultimate lap. Oh, that were close, but Gupta did well to avoid the contact. Cumulo and Mamo going side by side. Mamo up the inside. James is having a little sniff as well. I just realised that Cumulo and James are teammates, but their cars look completely different. Well, there you go. It's interesting, isn't it? Ramon has picked up 3 seconds. And surely that hands victory in the sprint race to Viper, who is looking very, very quick in these F2 cars. Remember, it is completely equal, more equal in the sprint than it will be at any other point. Ramon is going to have to concede to the Van Amersfoort racing driver. Amersfoort, I don't know whichever it is. Viper takes off then. Ramon though, can he use the DRS maybe to get out of the 3 seconds to Gupta to hold on to P2? It's going to be tight. And Ollie very much still there and looking to see if there's any chance of getting back past Gupta. Sniper picks up 3 seconds. It's not going to matter for him. Got that damaged front wing. Quali looks like he's struggling through here, doesn't he? Hard tires hanging on by a thread, maybe. Could be. Raja, maybe. Marky's making a move on Moraj. DRS, he's going to have that in a way. James on Cumulo. Cumulo seems to have slowed down, actually. He's on the straight slowing down, so I'm not sure what's going on there. Maybe just a teammate. But anyway, victory in the sprint for PRF and Viper. Jumps ahead of Ramon for P2, Ramon P3, Ollie P4, Ransdell 5, Greza 6 after the penalty, Marky P7, Mirage in 8, Mamo 9, James will take P10 for the final point, Cumulo P11, Operator 12, and Sniper P13. Wow, welcome to F2. Mirage sounds like he's enjoying himself. Holy, what fun. Doesn't it make it different not having the ERS and everybody being completely equal as well? Which will be the case in the feature race as well. At least until the pit stops where people can make some slight changes. Operator, my front left was at 74% when I crossed the line. I must admit, Operator, I was looking at some of the drivers going through Maggots and Beckett's on that final lap and on the penultimate lap, and it did look like they were struggling through there. Some of the drivers. Such a different car. Absolutely. Absolutely. It did look fun, I have to say. That did look fun indeed. So that is the sprint race. Any drivers listening, don't forget there will be a 5-minute break. They'll tell you the start time in the Discord. PRF on Viper taking the fastest lap, by the way, for the sprint, 1 minute 44.221. Looking very, very quick in those F2 cars. But very, very close indeed. Throughout, especially when you take out the penalties. Let's just go to incidents and scroll through just in case stewards need them. I think almost all of it actually is exceeded track limits or whatever. So, but just in case I needed. Fun to drive, says operator. Good. Saw you hanging on to Mamo for quite a long time as well, operator. So, anyway, guys, let's say we're going to take a 5-minute break. So I'll be back shortly for the formation lap. Where we'll go through the grid order once again. Please, drivers, do not press the button. There is a message been put out to say the start time. I'm just going to go and grab myself a coffee, and I will see you shortly. Okay, back with you. Ready to start. I just got a message or two on Discord.
Oh, smash the fucking windscreen. Go on, smash it.
Sorry if you heard that. What the hell is he washing? Liverpool Hunters. Right, so onto the formation lap we go. Once more. Ready for the feature race. So 50% feature race, that is a 15 lap race. And we have then Viper starting on pole. Remember, this is not done by the order they finish in the sprint. This is from the qualifying that we did initially now. So Viper on pole, Sniper P2, Ramon P3, James P4, Ransdell in 5, Mamo 6, Oliver 7, Greza 8, Operator 9, Barrage in P10, Cumulo 11, Lil Gupta starts P12 with Markey in 13. As you can see, all starting on the hard side. I'm guessing that's a... I'm assuming that that's a... like, they have to do that. Unless they coincidentally all just chose to do that. But, no, I'm assuming that that's what they've got to do. So, just needs... there's a little gap forming here, so Ollie just needs to catch the pack up here. So the group ahead. There mustn't be a gap. You do need... It's like a... Think of it like a safety car lamp. You've got to keep within 10 car lengths of the car ahead of you. He's done that now, so... So on to the grid they come. Ready for our first feature race. Five lights are on and it's go, go, go in Silverstone. James really seemed to move off the line, but he's going to get boxed in and not be able to go anywhere, although he's nipped ahead of Sniper Monkey into turn 1. Somehow keeps it through 2 and into 3. Sniper's going to have the inside. Can James keep it round the outside? Nice side-by-side racing from the two of them. I think Sniper's going to come out just on top. Yep, James folds in behind. Still some battling going on behind though. Greza almost side by side with Mamo. Again, they seem to fold in now. And, well, in fact, Greza did have a little look into the left-hander. I don't think there was any major attempt. But, just have a little look. Seems to be where the action is at the moment in this little group. Again, we just seem to, for whatever reason, Ramon seems to have a timing glitch. So, can't be coincidence. He's the P2 driver, the same as Greza was in the sprint, and they both seem to have had the same glitch, so can't be coincidence, surely, as Markey gets past Gupta, but Gupta's still going strong, side by side. Looks like he's going to get a better exit out of Maggots and Beckett's, so he holds on to P11 in the end. So hard to know where to look next because it's so close all the way through the field. Mirage really close to the back of Greza, but look at this, that's Cumulonimbus taking the opportunity to nip up the inside into the stadium. So Cumulo up to P9, Mirage down to 10. Still really tight now, Greza and Mamo. Greza on the inside of turn 1, looks like he's going to nip ahead. Cumulo's having a little look to see if he can maybe come through as well. There's a little touch, I think, on the back of Greza that's going to mess up his exit a little bit. A little bit of bumper cars going on behind. So maybe have a run at Mirage. I don't think so. I think Mirage should hold on to this. In fact, if anything, it was Markey having a look at Gupta. Although Gupta has gotten really close to taking it. He might be able to get this, you know. I think he is. Up the inside and up into P10 for Gupta. Operator very much still on the back of this. He's only half a second off at the back. Very much holding on. Again, on lap 2, we've got multiple timing glitches going on. Here is Ollie, who's having a good old look at James here. Mirage. Operator gets past Mirage. And Maggots and Beckett. It looks like Mirage is coming back at him. Exiting out onto the straight. No DRS yet, of course. It's all due to change on F1-24, isn't it? Where it will get DRS on lap 2 of the race instead of lap 3. Mamo, 3 seconds, picks up the first timing penalty. And Mirage does nip back ahead of Operator in the end. Nice battling from those two. Cumulo on the pit straight, not the most usual place to get an opportunity, but getting an opportunity does, and sends up the inside of Mamo at turn 1. Gupta's going to follow through as well. Oh, Gupta's hit Cumulo. Gupta's hit Nimbus, who gets himself back onto track and can go. He shouldn't have any damage, so I think it's just a case of getting going again and getting back onto the back of the field. Ollie up the inside, then to James. And that is P4. Very nicely done. Conley done. Nicely done. So Ollie up to P4. VAR in P1 and P4 at the moment. Looking strong. Viper not disappearing at the front, as had been suggested in the Discord between the sprint and the feature race. And Sniper very much staying with them as well. So he's looking reasonably comfortable as Viper, but he's not able to shake them out of the 1 second just yet. So James is having a little look back now. He's going to pick up DRS here. See, here he goes to the inside, slightly ahead into the braking. But obviously the line will be slightly to his disadvantage. He goes in at a much more acute angle than you would normally, and that is what allows Ollie to hold on to P4. Just have a look at the position changes. So couple of drivers up 4 places. Gupta and Markey both up 4. 3 for Ollie. He's up 3. 1 place gain for Ramon. Actually, very, very unusually, there's more losses than there is gains, which is very, very unusual. There was a little comment in the Discord between the races just mentioning that are we supposed to guess how long the softs are going to last when we go to them, because nobody knows. And as we know, the hards are on 70-odd% at the end of at the end of the sprint race. Hey Apple, good evening. You're racing next week. That is fantastic to hear. You guys seem to be enjoying themselves, and certainly wheel-to-wheel racing's been plentiful. I feel like I missed a lot of it in the sprint, but I feel like I've caught most of it in this race. So, but as you can see with the gaps through the field, it could be coming. The next overtake could be coming from anywhere. Look, Sniper Monkey goes through with DRS on Ramon. Anyway, get back ahead. It's allowed Viper to pull out 1.5 seconds now. He's looks a step above, hasn't he? PRF1 Viper, like he's done all this before in the F2 cars. No quali crashes though. Well, it's one shot, so it doesn't matter if you do Apple, 'cause it's one shot quali. James and Ransdell both get ahead of Ollie, and he's going to lose out as well to Gupta. He must have made a mistake there. Didn't quite see what it gets him in time to see what it was, but he must have made a mistake. And Grez is going to launch it up the inside, keeps to the inside of the corner really easily as well. Oh, but Ollie's going to have the inside back. Here he is. Little contact right front on the side pods, but nothing major. Going to be really interesting to see when it comes to the pit stops. Don't forget, they will be able to make slight changes to the car in the pit stops in terms of the front wing. Oh, careful, guys! Oh, Ransdell just touches James. That's given James a 3 seconds. He may be able to get that removed, you know, but it may well depend on how much. Well, he's just got to be careful not to pick up more warnings, basically. It's alright, Apple. No, it was. Yeah, I've got it together and organised it, if you like. But it was Sniper's idea initially. He wanted an F2. I said it'd never work. To be quite honest, I said it never does. And then I was amazed when we put the announcement out. I was just absolutely amazed at the response we got. Incredible. So. Maybe people just want to finish off the game having a bit of fun, maybe with the F2. So, getting a good view of the battle ahead of us. Good to getting past James. The top 3 have managed to pull away as Cumulo is into the pits. And he goes to the soft tyre. And will they be able to do that many laps? He's going to be, sorry to call you this, Cumulo, but I guess you're going to be a kind of guinea pig. As Ollie goes through just before Cops. So, James seems to be struggling, doesn't he? Since he had that little moment where he went off track and got the 3 seconds. He just looks like he's struggling, and so I don't know whether he's picked up a little bit of damage that we can't see, or whether running off track has just had a massive effect on the tyres or not. I don't know. So, are we going to get any pitters up the front this time? No. So through the P4 under DRS, getting ahead of Ransdell. Neither of those pit. It doesn't look like anybody else is pitting. I will say that even looking at the specifically looking at the right front. Oh, not operator's car there. It looks like he's had better days, doesn't it? It's quite clear that tyre wear is a massive part of F2. That's quite clear to see. Let's pick ourselves out of battle. I think Marky and James is looking like a good one at the moment, as it looks like Marky just recovering from running slightly wide. That's giving Grezza the opportunity into the left-hander. We've seen him make this move before in this race, and he makes it again, and this time he managed to actually get fully ahead. So takes the inside of the right-hander, but almost invites Marky to have a little look. Just a note to say that Junilo's taken 4 seconds out of operator since he's gone to those softs. But as I say, nobody really knows how long they're going to go those softs, and I'll be amazed, quite frankly, if Junilo can get to the end on those. Only he can see his tyre wear, only he knows. He'll probably already know. He'll probably be able to do in his head of the amount that it's wearing already, and work out the rest of the laps. The way it is going, he could actually gain quite a few places under the pit stops. None of the front group in. Nobody in the second group in. Nope. Nobody in. So looks like we're going again. Operator doesn't pit either. So, now that right front already looks like it's had better days, doesn't it? It's not too bad in all fairness, but yeah, it does. You can see a little bit on it. Sniper has pulled the gap back to Viper. He's back within DRS range. Yeah, that's what I think, Apple. I think people just want to have a bit of fun. And the F2, the vast majority of people don't touch it all year and then have a little bit of fun for 5 weeks at the end. So, yeah, it makes sense. Sniper definitely getting that gap down at the moment. He needs it after the sprint. Sprint went wrong for him. He picks up damage on the front wing and finished last in the sprint. So, imagine this if we had all 22 cars. So another 9 cars out there as well. That would be a bit manic, wouldn't it, actually? Let's be honest. But if there is anybody watching, or anybody that watches this back and hears this, we do have 20 full-time seats filled, but there is, in F2, there is 22 seats available. So if anybody would like a seat, please get in touch with myself or Sniper, as Ramon is into the pits, but he sped into the pit lane and picked up 5 seconds, but Ramon is the first pitter. We've got a couple other drivers on the same lap, Mirage and Mamo also in, and operator. Mamo picked up 5 seconds. I don't know if Mirage did or not. No, Mirage didn't. Operator did. Mamo did and Ramon did. So clearly it must be a bit difficult getting the cars slowed down for the pit lane. There's Junilo, by the way. He's just coming out onto the pit straight. I said he might well pick up some places, and he clearly is. He's going to get all of them. Look, apart from Ramon, who pitted from P3. He's the only one he couldn't quite get. He's not that far behind him, is he? 6.5 compared to what he was earlier on. So, but obviously there's a massive, massive question mark over his tyres. Here is Sniper then, who's caught onto the back of Viper. Anything Viper can do. To hold off Sniper. They could both be coming in here. got to think they're both going to be thinking about reacting here to what Ramon's done. Viper stays out, so Sniper dives in. I think Sniper was expecting Viper to come in, and so was going to stay out himself. When he realised that Viper was staying out, he's dived in. Ollie in as well. Can he get it slowed down just about? The drivers behind, Greza, Markey, James, all in at the same time. What's changed then? Let's just go to Ramon. Ramon just coming onto the final corner and onto the straight. He should go ahead of all but Sniper. Oh no, he is going to get ahead of Sniper. He's undercut Sniper. And then Cumulo, I think, will get ahead of all of the others that pitted. So Cumulo Nimbus, if he can get these tyres to the end, he's now back up to P6. So that gives you an idea of how powerful the undercut is. Obviously, we'll keep an eye on the gap between him and the drivers behind him. I'm not expecting him to be able to get those tyres to the end, but if he can, he could actually be on for a good result, Cumulo. This is going to be a complete change now. And remember, they could make changes to the car. So their front wing being the probably the biggest thing that they can change. Spreading out a little bit. Mamo pretty close to the back of Mirage. Viper is in then. So Mirage on this outlap, he's taken about 6 tenths out of Cumulo. Okay, probably needs to get some temperature into the tyres. So Ransdell and the Viper in. Ramon will take the lead at this race. Sniper in P2. Out comes Viper. He will be out clearly, but Cumulo is going to jump up to P4 now. Gupta's going to come out of some traffic here. Well, he managed to get out just ahead actually of it. Which is obviously advantageous for him, but he was gone from this group. So again, it just shows the power of the undercut, because he was actually gone from this group. Now, Cumulo's tyres, they've not blown up yet, so that's a plus. Sniper is honing in on Ramon, who's got a penalty in a way. But I think, from what we've seen with the guys that are catching Cumulo, my suspicion is that Viper may regret staying out that extra lap. Don't think the extra lap, or one less lap on the tyres, is going to really help him enough to get this gap down. Again, struggling a little bit for a battle. We got this group. So this is Gupta, who's catching on now to the back of Cumulo. So Cumulo's going to start coming under some pressure. May well see him duck into the pits at some point. Good night, Dad. Here is Gupta then. See from the driver cam that to the back room. Is he going to go to the inside? He does. Over the front of the inside, he does go a little bit much. So Cumulo has a little look back on the outside of the right-hander, but ultimately the extra grip that Gux has got is going to see him through. Mirage just taking a little bit longer to get onto the back of Cumulo, but then that is because Gux has got 2 lap fresher tyres. And of course Mirage is under some pressure from Mamo as well. And just all the latest to pick up 3 seconds. Penalties certainly starting to mount up now. Comes Mamo to the inside. Has a look, hasn't quite managed to get it done yet. Is he going to be able to outbrake it, go around the outside of the left-hander, giving him the inside for the rest of the stadium section. Tiniest little contact. Actually, it just goes to show that Mirage having the outside line was advantageous there. Cumulo is still going. Not blown up yet. And he's doing well, because he's penalty free, mind you. As Ollie gets past Mamo. Oh! A little bit of contact going on there. Ollie is penalty free. But everybody else has got penalties. So Cumulo, if he can hold on to the end of this race, he can absolutely sort of take P5 or P6, something around that sort of area. He can somehow nurse those tyres to the end. As Sniper's picked up a penalty. Now it doesn't level him up because Ramon's penalty we know from speeding in the pit lane, so that was 5 seconds. Sniper's got 3, so at the moment as it stands, Sniper would jump ahead of Ramon, but it suddenly brings Viper back into play as well. That might have just given Viper a little bit of a hurry up now that you've seen that penalty appear. Maybe feeling like it was game over for him before that in terms of a race win, but now all of a sudden he's absolutely in the base. 3/4 of a second off a race win right now. Oh, hello. Who's that then? That's Mamo, who's I believe missed his braking unfortunately, and has ended up hitting the side of, was it Greza he hit the side of? It's hurt him a lot more as he drops down to P12. Mirage now is on the back of Cumulo, whose tyres are absolutely screaming at him. Ollie, oh no! Mirage and Ollie make contact, and in the end it actually ends up with Mirage going round. I think Ollie did have a little half spin as well as he drops down. Having trouble getting past Cumulo, and then they make contact together. But I don't think that can be blamed on Cumulo in my opinion. I think he's allowed to defend. Of course he is. But his tyres are done. They are absolutely done as Greza now approaches. Catch him in cops. Horrible place to catch a car that's struggling. And he's just going to have, I think Greza's just going to have to wait for the straight hit. Oh, he's going to go for it. Risky. But got it done. Well, Cumulo's... Oh, he's blown. The front left is blown just before Maggots and Beckett. Wow, if Greza was behind him when that happens, that could have had a monumental effect. So, I don't know what that was about, Ollie. So Cumulo will come back to the pits. So not quite. He's about a lap and, well, should we put a lap and a half away? Just approaching Maggots and Beckett's on the penultimate lap. Looked for a bit like he might be able to put it off, but unfortunately for Cumulo, stress on the tyres was just too much, and they have blown. I'm sort of glad that Greza wasn't directly behind him when the tyre blew just before Maggots, because there's nothing he'd have been able to do to get out of the way. It would have been almost instantaneous. He just pulled out, hadn't he, and decided that he was going to have to go through when the tyre blew up. So I've gone to Marky. Let's just bring up the pens for you, I think, as we get to the lines. So, if my maths are correct, I believe it's going to be Viper who will take the race win. So Ramon will cross in P1, but I believe he's going to drop to P3. Sniper will stay in P2, and Viper will go up to P1. So here we go. Yeah, so Viper wins in Silverstone. Sniper P2, Ramon P3, Gupta P4, Greza coming through for P5. And a good result for Greza, I think, tonight. Marky P6, James P7, but drops due to the penalties to P8, Ransdell to P7. Oh no, hang on, Ollie goes up to P8, James down to P9, Mamo P10, Mirage P11, Operator P12. But look how close Operator is to the grid, to the rest of the group. Tell you what, Operator, you may be at the back, Operator, but you ain't half a lot closer, aren't you, in the F2 cars, in all fairness. Well done, mate. Well done. Well done, everybody, tonight, because that must have been difficult. Oh, Ollie's left the section, which is just messing up the standings a little bit. But I'll remember that in a way for when I do them. Once Cumulo crosses the line. So, there we go. The Game Awards Driver of the Day to Gupta. I will make that decision in just a second. So... celebrations. Let's just see him get his trophy. Viper. Absolutely brilliant today. So, well, I think actually, quite honestly, I don't think I can award Driver of the Day to anybody else. He's taken the sprint win. He's taken the... well, he took the pole position, the sprint win, and the race win. So how can I possibly give Driver of the Day to anybody else on our first ever F2 race? So, as far as I'm concerned, yeah, it's Driver of the Day for Viper. He's taking an absolute clean sweep tonight. So what a start to our F2 mini series for these drivers. What can I do? Should we do interview? Well, Gupta doesn't normally. Gupta's on Xbox. I don't think he's normally on Xbox. He doesn't normally join. I don't know about Viper. But don't necessarily have to have the top three. Let's see if we can get maybe a bit of a group. So I might do, actually, I might take a leaf out of Dark Mark's book and do a little run through. Let's get James in as well, who's an admin. Oh dear, Mirage. Okay. No, in all fairness, I think you're both struggling because you both caught the back of Cumulo's tyres were right on the verge of blowing up, so... I think that's what the problem was there. I mean, Cumulo didn't seem to do anything wrong. He was battling, which he's entitled to do. But yeah, there we go. Did somebody just join? Nobody joined. Nobody joining? Anybody joining me? Somebody join me. Hello. I am, yes. So please do not swear.
Okay, I'll tick my box.
Have you?
That was carnage. It was good fun though.
Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody else is going to join, so we just have a good chat. So, actually, I'm going to get Operator in. Let's see if I can get Operator in.
Oh wow, yeah, it was completely different. Well,
Did you enjoy it?
it was hard work trying to keep it on the track. Put it that way. I'm hoping to get 3 seconds removed because I don't know if you saw with me and
I
Gret.
did,
Was it?
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
I
I
don't
was right
know.
behind you, so
Yeah.
yeah, I saw there was a little bit of contact with some
Contact.
Maggots and
I just
Beckett's,
had to
and
go
it sent you
straight
off track.
because
Yeah,
that's all I could do.
yeah. So I said at the time, you should be able to get that removed as long
It
as it
gave,
doesn't pick up
I,
other
I think
warnings.
it gave me a
So
straight 3 second, so it didn't just give me a warning. I think I got 4 warnings.
I
So
think you need to have got the race director as well because
I
I did
did.
do it at
Yeah,
the end
I
there.
got it. I got it.
That's right then. Yeah,
Did
you
you
should be all right then.
did you get where Oliver finished as well because he quit too early and it
Yeah, he
yeah
left the lobby a little bit too quick. So yeah, that's fine. It'll be on the stream anyway. I'll be able to sort it out.
sort
So,
out. Cool. Good fun.
yeah, that's all cool. Yeah, I mean, from my side, it
So
was quite fun. I
the battles.
especially the main race.
Yeah.
Yeah, there was loads of it. It was constant battling all the time.
Yeah.
So, I thought it was really fun. I missed a lot of the battles in the sprint. But it's so hard because when everybody's close together, you don't quite know where to look, So, when you got battles developing slowly, like you do in F1, you tend to know when to switch.
Yeah.
But of course, when everybody's close together, you don't know where to get next.
It was complete guess, mate. So
Yeah.
we couldn't change
So,
our strategy either. So we all had to start on the hards.
I kind of guessed that was the case. I don't know whether that's something to do with locking in the setup.
I think it must be because I've done it on F2 before, where you can start on softs or mediums. So you can do it either way. So
Oh right.
I think it's to do with the setup side of it, but it makes it even, I guess, doesn't it? It makes it fair. And
Yeah, it seems to me though it's going to be a case of if you do that strategy, it's about picking your pit lap right.
Yeah.
Because we saw with Cumulo, he pitted early
gained
because something
so
happened
much.
to him, but yeah, but he's pitted because something's happened on track to him. So, but what we saw with
got
him,
punched,
even though he
didn't he?
pitted so much earlier, people they weren't catching him as fast as you'd expect them to.
If you can stay in a
So,
train
yes,
with a bit of DRS
yeah,
as well,
absolutely.
the wear doesn't show as
He would have
much.
still, yeah. It's only if his tyre hadn't have blown, he'd have ended up either P5 or P6 because of the penalties for people. So, yeah,
It's pitting right and staying with people. Sort of, yeah. If you're on your own, your tyres are worn. It's impossible.
Absolutely. But yeah, certainly from my point of view, it was fun. Viper is an absolute animal by the looks of it.
Rapid.
He's taken an absolute clean sweep. Somebody's been using the F2 cars all week, haven't they? But yeah, he
didn't get it on track, though, did he?
Clean sweep tonight.
Did you get,
No, it was it. No, Ramon had 5 seconds and Sniper had 3. So, yeah. So basically, what happened is he pitted a lap later than Sniper.
Right.
2 laps later than Ramon, and the undercut was 4 seconds. So,
Wow.
and then the gap in tyre wear just doesn't create enough for him to actually come back on track. So he just couldn't get. He didn't get anywhere near him on track, but. Yeah, because of the penalties.
You've got to be like
Sniper will definitely feel he's thrown that away a little bit. Sniper
got to be at least half a second quicker than the car in front of you to pass them. I would say. I don't know if I'm waffling there, but in terms of like having raw pace or like an advantage on tyres or something, you've got to have some sort of advantage because it's
with no ERS.
Yeah.
Okay, you're still getting DRS, but I'm guessing it's not as effective as the F1 cars.
You have got to make overtakes at corners where normally it's just maybe DRS a bit more on F1 and that's it sort of thing, and the ERS. But on this, you've got to, you can have to make moves elsewhere really.
Yeah,
which is hard.
But yeah, certainly. I mean, that was fun.
Yeah.
Now imagine if we had a full 22 and you.
That'd be chaos. That'd be chaos.
So, yeah,
we'll do it at Qatar next week.
Look then, but yeah, Qatar next week, guys. That is, oh my god, what a track!
The track limits are bad here.
That's so good.
Qatar is going to be ridiculous, and it's going to balance it up.
Yeah, absolutely. That's right, operator. No worries. I'm about to finish up in a way, mate. But we can have a chat next week. I think that's what I'm going to do. I did invite the podium guys, but that's what I'll do. I'll invite randomly some
Yeah.
people each week.
Yeah,
This-
because
on
it's
the
a new
F2
experience. You
series,
want to know
so
what
we
they
speak to
feel,
everyone.
and yeah,
Yeah, absolutely. But yeah, thanks for joining, James.
No worries, mate.
and I'm glad you enjoyed it, and we'll
it was good fun.
carry on having a chat in the
Yeah.
admin and that, and see
Yeah.
what Sniper thought. It was him that wanted all this. So
Yeah,
hopefully he's enjoyed it, because
I mean, he should have won, really. You know what I mean? Like, he's bottled it, really.
he
So.
definitely will feel that he's thrown away the win in the feature race, definitely. But yeah. Okay, well, in that case, I'm back on Friday for PRF1, guys, so please tune in 8:30. Season's cracking on, getting towards the end, and championships are going to start to get to the point where they're going to be decided.
Tune into Curly tomorrow.
8:30 on Friday. And yes, don't forget Curly tomorrow for the Thursday night. I shall be racing, to come and support me, not James. Don't
Yeah,
support
not me.
Me and Ozers you got to support. That's it. So everybody else, just no boo. Right, okay, guys. So thank you to everybody who's watched along, and thank you to everybody who watched the stream back at later point. Really appreciate it. As does WAOF1 and WAOF2, of course.
F2, yeah.
And but that's it for tonight. So thank you very much. Good night. God bless. See you again soon.